I was the person who was interacting with Indrani Mukherjee back then when all of this was happening.
Please don't tell me anything about
the
actors in
allegation that she
case.
made. The allegation that she made that
I
you
don't talk about
demanded
it.
$1 million. She said that to me on camera. And I never got a chance to ask you.
I'm sorry for her, but I won't say anything about her.
60 countries stood by India, extended their support to India during Pahalgam.
Operation Sindoor was a good operation by the defense forces, but no country has condemned Pakistan. They have sympathized with the victims of Pahalgam, but wars happen, especially short skirmishes, 4-day wars, 7-day wars happen between countries which are neighbors, and I regret a war. I agree with Mr. Narendra Modi, this is not an age of war. This is not a time for war.
Do you think we should have played this match with Pakistan?
See, as far as possible, we should keep sport or politics out of sport. I agree that we should not play a bilateral tournament and give a walkover to Pakistan. Pakistan would have walked into the finals.
2-point lead to Pakistan. We would have done that. In the history of India, this was the biggest attack that we've seen. Went on for 3 long days. You as the Home Minister, sir, back then, what was going on in your mind? Did retribution, avenging the attack, ever cross your mind?
It did cross my mind that we should do some act of retribution.
It crossed your mind?
Yeah, it crossed my mind. I did discuss it with the Prime Minister and other people who matter. The whole world was descending upon Delhi to tell us that don't start a war. Condoleezza Rice, who was the then Secretary of State, flew in 2 days or 3 days after I took over to meet me and the Prime Minister and to say, please don't react.
When you spoke about this in the parliament, there was some who said this, that he was the Home Minister back in 2008. He should first explain what India did back then instead of raising questions on an action that India has already taken in Pakistan. Hence that question to you, Mr. Chidambaram.
I was not the Prime Minister. I was not the Defence Minister. I was not the Foreign Minister.
You were the Home Minister responsible for the security of the country, sir.
I had stepped in after that.
That was the time to formulate the strategy and get back Pakistan, wasn't it?
During the war, during the 4-day war, they were formulating strategy. I came after the last terrorist was neutralized.
Mr. Chidambaram, being the finance minister at a time like this, when this tariff 50% slapped on India, what were the actions that he would take?
One side effect of Trump's tariffs was what they neglected to do for 8 years. They have reduced the GST.
What would you say about the reforms, the GST reforms? You hailed it.
GST reforms? I welcomed it on the first day, but I said this is 8 years late.
But sir, they turned around and said that the Congress could never bring it.
What
Congress
nonsense.
Could never.
I went and pleaded Arun Jaitley and Sushma Swaraj, let's have a GST bill passed. We are ready. Sushma Swaraj's answer was, we have no appetite to pass any reform law. To me, you know nothing about what happened in Delhi.
We understand what it is. But the point is, I of course,
the
resistance was there from the BJP. I am not disagreeing there.
The only states who opposed it, tooth and nail, was Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh.
To convince the BJP, was that a failure of the Congress? To be able to convince the BJP?
Not willing to be convinced.
Vote chori that Rahul Gandhi does in Bihar, it's been doing in Bihar. Repeated questions that even the media is asking everybody, even the people on the ground are asking, if vote stealing is happening, go to the court. Why aren't you going to the court? Then again you'll say it's not our job to go to the court.
Go to court. Court was hearing this case of vote chori for the last 3-4 months. Every problem does not require or need a legal solution through courts. What happened to our administrative structure? What happened to the constitution?
That's a convenient answer, Chidambaram.
That's not a convenient answer. That is the answer.
Sonia or Rahul is a better leader?
It's these comparisons are journalistic devices.
Please do not take any offense. I am only quoting what Rahul said. His statement is that his party has 3 kinds of horses. They're lame horses, they're wedding horses, and they're race horses. Mr. P. Chidambaram, in which one do you identify yourself?
I have no objection being put in any pigeonhole. I'm quite secure about myself. That I don't mind pigeonholing.
Are you the wedding horse? Are you the race horse? Are you the lame horse?
I don't mind.
Which
I
one?
don't mind.
Which one?
Sometimes race horses are also deployed as wedding horses.
pillars of UPA government, a towering figure of his party, someone who had the incredible fortune of serving both as India's finance as well as the Home Minister, an eminent jurist known for his intellect and eloquence. Glad to have him on my podcast this week, former Union Minister, Mr. P. Chidambaram. Sir, welcome to my podcast, Inside Out with Megha Prasad.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. And to begin with, how have you been?
I'm alive and kicking and very happy.
Very happy. I can see that. You seem so relaxed.
I've always been relaxed, especially when doing work. I get a bit tense when I'm idle.
Question is, I intended to, start with asking you, now that we don't see you very active in day-to-day politics, what's keeping you busy, sir?
No, I'm active in politics in Tamil Nadu. I visit the state at least twice a month
Okay,
and I speak and I address public meetings.
okay.
But what is there called activity for me in Delhi? I can't address public meetings in Hindi and I don't give interviews in Hindi. So when the party holds a meeting, I attend the meeting. But beyond that, I'm active in Parliament. Yeah, usually it's once a session. But I tweet, I write a column every week. I practice law in the Supreme Court and in several high courts.
Okay.
So I keep myself, for my age, I think I keep myself very, very busy.
Very, very busy and active. But tell me, if I'm not wrong, you do, of course, spend a lot of time in the court, like Monday to Friday, it's court cases for you?
Yeah, I do work in my chamber and I go to court. It's practically every day in court.
Practically every day in court. So what are some of the big cases that Mr. Chidambaram's handling at this moment?
I can't speak about clients and cases, but it's usually commercial law, constitutional law, insolvency and bankruptcy, electricity, telecommunications.
Okay.
Those are the major areas of litigation today. I don't do criminal cases except very, very rarely.
Okay, rarely criminal cases. But tell me, my question here is that, somebody like you, you were seen as one of the most prominent faces of the UPA government. You were, sir. For someone like you to not be that involved in day-to-day politics, not involved in everything that the Congress does, do you miss that political phase that?
Please understand, we are not in government. We have not been in government for 12 years in the center.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to do on a day-to-day basis. Show me one leader who's involved on a day-to-day basis in the affairs of government, except.
So you don't feel the disconnect?
No. I observe and I write and I speak, but except the Congress President, Mr. Karge, and the leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha, how can anyone be involved every day? Look at people of my age and my vintage. Where do you hear about them every day? You won't.
Okay, I take your point. Just that the question was more about, since you are not there sort of helping them strategize for every state elections, all of that, day-to-day affairs of the party, there is a core team that's there. So that's why I was asking whether you're missing your time or not.
No, I was put in charge of Goa elections.
Yes.
And I spent practically the whole of my time for about 2 to 3 months in Goa. Otherwise, there are no elections now.
Bihar.
Except in Bihar.
Yeah.
And what would you expect me to do in Bihar,
Possibly do in Bihar.
when Tamil Nadu elections come
Huh.
next April, May,
Huh.
I would be fully involved in the
Okay.
campaign.
Okay. Okay. So that's the plan. Well, they got Stalin to come to Bihar. They did that.
Yeah,
Your Congress party did that.
He was to show solidarity,
Yeah.
like other leaders of the other alliance parties
Huh.
of the India bloc appeared once or twice along with Mr. Gandhi in the Adhikar Yatra.
Huh.
Mr. Stalin also appeared once, and at a public meeting, I thanked him.
You think that entire thing worked for the Congress? Getting Stalin to Bihar because
It
of
will
the
work. In
Positively.
fact, I'm happy
Huh.
that Mr. Stalin showed interest in Bihar, in Jammu and Kashmir. He showed interest. That is how leaders of political parties should show interest. They should not feel geographically confined. That was not the practice during the freedom struggle.
Yeah.
You didn't ask, say, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, you're from Bihar, why do you come to Tamil Nadu?
Right.
I mean, these questions are asked only today.
Yeah.
Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Motilal
Huh.
Nehru, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Annie Besant, they were all familiar names in Tamil Nadu.
Huh.
In fact, in my village, where my ancestral home is,
Huh.
my father's and mother's home, it's called Motilal Nehru Street.
Okay. The idea of regionalism, of course, has intensified over the years.
Regional parties have sprung up.
Sprung up.
That's because the national parties, at some time in their history, did not accommodate regional aspirations.
And then that's mostly about the Congress.
Yeah,
It's mostly about you've ceded
there's
ground.
no other national party. Only one has come up with a national footprint, that is the BJP.
Yeah.
But otherwise, there was only one national party with a footprint throughout India.
Yeah.
And I think the Congress, at some time during the 50s and 60s, did not accommodate regional aspirations.
Okay.
For example, in Tamil Nadu, we didn't understand the sentiment against Hindi imposition.
Okay.
And therefore, we gave great room to the DMK.
To the DMK. With all the protests that began around that time when they were against the imposition. Yes.
1964,
Yes.
65,
Yes.
we lost the plot.
You lost the plot.
And we lost the government in 1967.
Yes.
There were one or two opportunities to come back,
Yeah.
but the DMK and the ADMK
Yeah.
were one step ahead.
So I want to understand. I mean, it's been a really long time, sir,
Yeah,
in Tamil Nadu, and the Congress still needs the support of the DMK. You cannot, you do not have a standing of your own without the DMK. You're using the DMK's crutches without the DMK. You can't, you don't have a holding of
But
your
please
own.
understand,
Yeah.
equally the DMK needs us.
Okay.
We may need the DMK more
Okay.
than they need us.
Okay.
But I think the DMK leadership has learnt the lesson
Huh.
that they need allies also. And one of the most prominent allies the DMK needs is the Congress. Undoubtedly the Congress needs an ally, either DMK or AIDMK. For the last several years, it's been the DMK. But equally, the DMK and or the AIDMK need the Congress.
Okay, but tell me, why do you think that Congress was unable to strengthen itself in Tamil Nadu? I mean, you are from that state, you are a tall leader from that state, there are several others, but why did the Congress fail in this space?
See, I was mainly involved in national politics. I got elected as an MP and I've been a minister practically through the Congress. The local leaders tried. I can't blame them. There have been a succession of PCC presidents since 1967. Once or twice there was a window of opportunity. But the local leadership did not rise to match either Mr. Karunanidhi or Mr. M.G. Ramachandran.
Okay. And that's why you could not, I mean, even if the space was ceded to you, you couldn't really
No,
utilize
nobody
it.
cedes space. You will have to grab space. Nobody cedes space. But our leader or face
Huh.
was no match for Karunanidhi and MGR.
And,
The one glimmer of hope
huh,
was when Mr. G.K. Moopanar was president.
correct.
But Mr. G.K. Moopanar was a very self-effacing and reluctant politician. He didn't thrust himself forward,
Okay.
nor did he have the oratorical ability
Okay.
to match Karunanidhi and MGR and others.
Yeah. And you hardly had time to focus there.
No, I was mainly in Delhi.
Yeah, you were mainly in Delhi.
And anyway, in a lighter vein, they never made me PCC president.
Did you want to become the PCC
No,
president?
no, I didn't want to. I said they did not make me PCC president, and I have no
But if they had, would the story be different today, sir?
I don't know, but that's a speculative question.
No, it's a
and
speculative question,
answer.
but then you would know if you were given the responsibility what turnaround you could bring about.
No, there were windows of opportunity, and if those windows of opportunity had been exploited, maybe the Congress could have become a close rival to the DMK and ADMK. But that's all might have been.
Honestly, tell me, did you ever want to become the PCC president? Did you ever speak to the top leadership about it?
I never asked to be PCC president because I had important responsibilities in Delhi, and I was quite happy doing those duties.
Okay, tell me, sir. How? I mean, it's what really struck me when I was looking back at the history and how you started off in politics. You from Tamil Nadu, two parties, AIADMK, DMK there. They pretty much occupy the entire space, and yet Mr. P. Chidambaram chooses to start his career with the Congress. How was that?
Well, there's no particular reason.
Yeah.
I had great admiration for Mrs. Indira Gandhi.
Okay.
When I returned from the US, Mrs. Indira Gandhi was at her peak,
Okay.
1969, 1970.
Huh.
And the Youth Congress was very vibrant in that year.
Huh.
Mrs. Indira Gandhi abolished the privy purses and she nationalized the banks. And I was more to the extreme left than I am today. I was very, very leftward.
Okay.
And therefore, I had great admiration for Mrs. Indira Gandhi.
Huh.
And the day I joined the Youth Congress was the day on which the Supreme Court struck down the executive order passed by Mrs. Gandhi abolishing the privy purse.
Oh.
Then she replaced it by an act, by a constitution amendment. But the initial order was an executive order abolishing the privy purses.
Okay.
And I joined the Youth Congress. The Youth Congress was holding a demonstration. I joined the Youth Congress and I was arrested on the first day. I joined the party.
Okay.
And we were kept in custody
Where was this?
in Chennai
In Chennai.
for
Okay.
several hours, and then we were released.
Okay.
It was not a violent agitation. It was a very peaceful agitation of several hundred young men at that time. So that was my
Initiation into the Congress.
initiation into politics, and then I continued. I was made Youth Congress president, then I was made general secretary of the PCC, then AICC member, and then I slowly drifted to the center.
To the center. Did you have a political guru, a mentor who helped you through, held your hand?
There was no political guru as such because they were all far to the right.
Okay.
And I would not accept somebody far to the right as my political guru.
Okay.
But the initial influences were by Mr. C. Subramaniam.
Okay.
I liked him, I admired him because he was a modern, scientific temper and a very decent politician, very adept in administration.
Okay.
He was the father of the Green Revolution, along with Prime Minister Shastri, of course, along with two other Tamils, Subramaniam, M.S. Swaminathan, and Shivaraman.
Okay.
Shivaraman was the Agriculture Secretary. M.S. Swaminathan was the chief scientist, and Subramaniam was the Agriculture Minister.
Okay.
That's when they ushered in the Green Revolution.
Yes.
But I think a chapter on Green Revolution no longer finds a place in the textbooks of India.
Now.
It's sad. The Green Revolution should have found a place, should find a place. The White Revolution, initiated by Dr. Kurian, must find a place.
I think we
These
read
are-
about Green Revolution in school. I read about
Yeah,
Green
I
Revolution
did,
in school.
but no longer, I'm told.
Okay. I'll have to go back and check on that one.
I had crossed school,
Yeah.
but I know my son and other children around did have a chapter on Green Revolution.
Yeah.
I think there was also a section on the White Revolution.
Okay. Okay. Tell me one thing, sir. I mean, your first political battle, so to say, Sivaganga,
Yes.
1984.
84 election. But
84 election.
please
This
remember,
is after.
I was nominated in 1977 on behalf of the Congress Party.
Okay.
I was nominated in 1980 on behalf of the Congress Party.
Okay.
But then these things happened. Some other leader was replaced me in the last minute. But these things happen in politics.
Who was that other leader?
No, you may not know the name.
Okay.
So twice I was nominated, but I had, of course, a grievance for a couple of days. But these things happen. I was very young. In 1977, I was barely in the 30s.
Okay.
Therefore, your time will come, they said. It's fine.
And 1984, it was for you.
1984, after Mrs. Gandhi was assassinated, before she was assassinated, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, who was the General Secretary of the Congress Party, visited Tiruchirappalli.
Okay.
From 1973 onwards, I was the official translator for Mrs. Gandhi.
You were
When
the
she-
official translator.
When she came to Tamil Nadu to
Okay.
address meetings,
Okay.
I was translating her, and I have traveled with her all over Tamil Nadu translating her speeches.
Okay.
But I met Mr. Rajiv Gandhi for the first time in September 1984, just before Mrs. Gandhi was assassinated.
Okay.
And then I was translating. That was his first speech in Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
And I was a translator. So we struck an acquaintanceship. I can't say friend at that time, acquainted. And then he asked about me, where I studied and what do I do, etc. A few minutes of casual conversation. Then he said, we don't have time here. Why don't you come to Delhi and we'll have a longer chat.
Okay.
So I came back to Delhi. I came to Delhi, not came back because I was not in Delhi at that time. And then we had a conversation. And then he became Prime Minister on October 31, 1984.
Yes.
And then there was a fortress. One Safdarjung Road was a fortress. Nobody could enter, nobody could come out. But when Shivaganga's seat came, the PCC had as usual proposed my name also.
Okay.
So Mr. Moopanar was at its height of his influence at that time.
Yeah.
Moopanar and I were very good friends.
Yeah.
We were comrade in arms. And when the parliamentary party ticked my name,
Yeah.
And then I contested election. After that, I've won 7 elections so far.
Consecutive elections you won, but my question here is this: just what did Mr. Chidambaram do to impress Rajiv Gandhi so much that a first time MP was picked up as a minister?
No, several young people were fielded as first-time MPs, and 414 MPs were elected.
Yeah, but
from the
how many
Congress
did
party.
how many of these first timers did made it
Oh,
to the
no,
cabinet?
I'll tell you. In January, when I was in Chennai, I heard on the radio that the Congress party had appointed me as one of the joint secretaries of the party.
Okay.
Obviously, Mr. Gandhi remembered me. Then I came to Delhi more frequently and I stayed longer as joint secretary because I had a flourishing practice
In Chennai.
of law in Chennai.
Okay.
I didn't want to shift.
Okay.
Then we got to interact more often. Then in 1985, he formed the government on December 31, 1984, after the election. And I had occasion to meet him several times in the 9 months. And in September or October 1985, he made me a minister,
Yes.
in his junior minister.
Do you
in the
know
council.
why? Do you know why he picked you?
Well, I don't know. I suppose he had an opportunity to interact with maybe a dozen young men and women.
Yeah.
And he did pick several others. For example, Ahmed Patel,
Yes.
Rajesh Pilot,
Yeah.
Madhav Rao Scindia, who had won the previous election, me, and several, Ashok Gehlot.
Yeah.
We were all picked by Rajiv Gandhi. So I can't say I'm exceptional.
Okay, all right. Okay, now before we get to the political questions, I just want to take 2 questions on the controversies that has plagued your long, powerful career. One, of course, one of the biggest setbacks, as we've seen in your career, has been the INX case.
I don't talk about my cases.
You don't talk about your cases, but
They are
okay.
false cases
But
and they will die a natural death.
the reason why I ask is that I was the person who was interacting with Indrani Mukherjee back then when all of this was happening.
Please don't tell me anything about
The
actors
allegation
in
that
that
she
case.
made, the allegation that she made that
I
you
don't talk about
demanded
it.
$1 million. She said that to me on camera, and then I was asking her what happened, and she said that to me, and that was, I remember, I was in Times Now back then, and she said all of this, and I never got a chance to ask you.
I'm sorry for her, but I won't say anything about her.
Okay, all right. All right. So let's then come to Saura. If you, I respect that. If you don't want to say anything, and I believe the matter is in the court at this moment
I have
still.
never spoken about my cases.
Okay. All right. So, sir, now tell
And
me.
it doesn't affect me. Do you see me affected by those cases? No.
What would you say about that allegation? The one
It's
she made that
it's
you
a
demanded
false
money.
one, that's all. You are drawing me into a conversation. We'll have to terminate.
Okay, let's move. And so the other thing that I wanted to ask you before we get to Bihar is about the 2008 26/11 attack. So you became the Home Minister. You took charge from Mr. Shivraj Patil, who was pretty much forced to resign 4 days after the incident. Now, sir, my question to you here is that you took upon the mantle. Whatever happened back then was perhaps, and I think in the history of India, this was the biggest attack that we've seen, went on for 3 long days. You as the Home Minister, sir, back then, what was going on in your mind? Did retribution, avenging the attack ever cross your mind? Because at that point in time, we did not, as a government, do anything to bring those responsible to justice.
Your conclusion is wrong,
Okay,
but I will explain.
okay.
I became Home Minister the day after the terrorists were neutralized.
Yeah, that was 30th of
On
November.
the 1st of December,
Yes, sir.
the last terrorist was neutralized on the 30th of November.
Right.
And I think it was a Sunday when I was called by the Prime Minister in the morning and said, we are moving you to from finance to home.
Okay.
I said, but I don't wish to go.
Oh.
He says, we have already taken a decision. I said, who's we? He said, Mrs. Gandhi was Congress president, naturally, and he. And I said, may I speak to Mrs. Gandhi and come back? He said, I think she is not in town today, but you will have to move and take charge tomorrow morning. Because just before you came, you must have seen Mr. Shivraj Patil go out of my room, and he has tendered resignation.
Okay.
I said, listen, I would be very happy to complete my term as finance minister. I had presented 5 budgets and the elections were in 2009,
Right.
April.
Right.
He says, no, you will have to stand by the party's decision and you will have to move.
This is
I
more
said,
of
all
an
right.
order.
I said, I'll move, but reluctantly.
Reluctantly. Okay.
When I moved and I knew what had to be done, see, I had no acquaintance with the preparedness of our defense forces.
Okay, sir.
I had no acquaintance with the preparedness of our intelligence agencies. I had no knowledge of the assets in intelligence agencies are built in Pakistan and in the neighborhood. I went in blank.
Okay.
Without disclosing any official secret.
Yes, sir.
It did cross my mind that we should do some act of retribution.
It crossed your mind.
Yeah, it crossed my mind.
Okay.
I did discuss it with the Prime Minister and other people who mattered.
Yes.
And apparently the Prime Minister had discussed this even when the attack was going on. I don't know. I can only surmise. And the conclusion was largely influenced by the MEA and the IFS that we should not physically react to the situation, but we should employ diplomatic means. That was the conclusion at that time. And I was told that, but remember, the whole world was descending upon Delhi to tell us that don't start a war. For example, Condoleezza Rice,
Yeah.
who was the then Secretary of State, flew in 2 days or 3 days after I took over to meet me and the Prime Minister and to say, please don't react. I said, this is a decision which the government will take.
Yeah.
But we did take several diplomatic measures.
Yeah.
Please remember that the diplomatic measures enhanced India's reputation. Not one country supported Pakistan or remained neutral.
Okay. So because you
Everybody supported India and condemned Pakistan.
which happened in Pahalgam also, but
No,
sir,
in Operation Sindoor was a good operation by the defense forces. But no country I know has condemned Pakistan. They have sympathized with the victims of Pahalgam. I've written about it, I've spoken about it.
So-
not one country condemned Pakistan.
60 countries stood by India, extended their support to India during Pahalgam. But because we are talking about that time, sir, and you say that the IFS lobby almost
No, it's
largely
not a lobby. I
influenced
didn't use the
the
word
IFS, the
lobby.
IFS people,
The
they
IFS, the
influenced that
diplomatic
final
service.
decision. Okay, so I just want to quickly, take you through some lines that I read in Shiv Shankar Menon's book, the book that he wrote, Choices Inside the Making of India's Foreign
He
Policy.
mentions what I said.
He says, I urged both External Affairs Minister Pranab Mukherjee and Prime Minister Manmohan Singh that we should retaliate and be seen to retaliate to deter further attacks. For me, Pakistan had crossed a line that demanded action. My preferences was overt action against LET headquarters in Muridke and LET camps in POK. He goes on to say that Mr. Mukherjee seemed to agree with the idea. He didn't say anything about you in that book in this context.
Yeah, he would not have.
So I want to know, Mr.
I don't
Chidambaram,
know.
you
You
were the
should
Home
ask him.
Minister. What was your view back then?
You should ask him. I can't disclose the internal conversations at that time, but I confirmed that the decision was not to retaliate.
But what was, like you said, initially you said that you thought we should have retaliated. And this was discussed. And he's the foreign secretary. He was the foreign secretary then.
I don't entirely agree with this recollection, so let's leave it there.
Okay, all right. Because, sir, the question again, in hindsight, a lot of questions are being asked. Now that Pahalgam has happened, Operation Sindoor, we've witnessed it.
You
Hence,
are
questions
making
repeatedly.
you are comparing 2008
8.
with 2025.
25. Yeah.
17 years.
Okay.
Several things have happened. Therefore, don't compare 2008 and 2025.
And why is that? Why would you say don't compare?
See, the preparedness of our defense forces,
Okay.
the positioning of intelligence assets were very different in 2008.
Okay.
As I discovered in the weeks and months
After taking over?
after my appointment.
Okay.
So we had to rebuild our assets, rebuild our preparedness, which we did.
Okay.
We set up the agency in the interministerial group, which met every day. We instituted the practice of the 4 chiefs meeting every day. We set up the NAT grid, which I'm afraid, although Mr. Narendra Modi once said that he will re-energize NAT grid, I think it's fallen by the way. Then we had the CCAT and the network.
So you put systems in place. You put systems
Several
in place.
things. All that I wanted to do within the Home Ministry's purview was done in 3-4 months.
It was.
The laws were amended, the structures were changed, the reporting structures were changed, the assets were rebuilt. So everything had been done in 4 months before the election. And remember, in the election that followed in 2009, Mumbai city overwhelmingly voted for the UPA. All the MPs except one, I think, were UPA candidates.
But in hindsight, Mr. Chidambaram, honestly, if I were to ask you, you think your government went soft on terror back then?
No, it was not soft on terror. We did not retaliate for reasons.
You think we should have?
My personal view was we should have. But I don't decide on my personal view. I take on the strengths and weaknesses of the government.
I understand that. But when I was reading this book and Mr. Menon says that he felt that Pakistan had crossed a line and that needed a retaliation.
I don't share Mr. Menon's recollection of what happened in 2008.
But you personally felt that we should have.
That's my personal view.
That's your personal view. Okay. Okay. All right. Sir, so now the India-Pakistan match, and we are talking about Pakistan, the India-Pakistan match has happened. And if there's a possibility that we might play in the finals also, both India and Pakistan, and that's a out and out a political question to you, sir. You think we should have played this match with Pakistan?
See, as far as possible, we should keep sport or politics out of sport. But not always. For example, in the heydays of apartheid, we didn't play South Africa. Many countries did not play South Africa. The world, many countries of the world boycotted the Moscow Olympics. But then that is the position which each country has to take.
Yeah.
This is not a bilateral.
This is not a
tournament.
bilateral. Actually, sir,
A bilateral tournament
Huh.
may have ended differently. But this is a multilateral tournament.
And you okay with that? Okay with India
I
participating?
think I agree that we should not play a bilateral tournament and give a walkover to the Pakistan. We would have Pakistan
we
would have walked
given a
into the
walkover,
finals.
2-point lead to Pakistan. We would have done that. But I must remind you, sir, that you know, the only bilateral actually that we have seen in many years actually happened during your government. It happened in 2013, if I'm not mistaken. 2013 it happened, and this was after 2008 Mumbai attacks. That was the only, because I was looking up, and the only bilateral between India and Pakistan happened, and the Pak Prime Minister came to India to watch the match. This is 2013, post which we haven't had a bilateral actually between India and Pakistan.
See, 2013 was 5 years after the
5 years
Mumbai
after
terror
2008,
attack.
yeah.
Things have moved. For example, Mr. Narendra Modi gave a clean chit to China. No foreign troop is occupying Indian territory, and no Indian post has been captured by foreign troops. That famous all-party meeting which chief ministers and leaders attended. He said in Hindi, but that's a translation, well-known translation. But nevertheless, he's visiting
Okay,
China.
so your response is that, and I'm thinking, I'm asking India, Pak, and you're bringing in China here. But
Then
so tell me one.
Mr. Modi himself stopped over, unscheduled stopover to attend the wedding of the niece of the Prime Minister of Pakistan.
So we go down that lane, then of
That's
course
why I'm
a
saying
lot
it's
that
wrong.
Congress
It's
has
wrong
done
to go down
in
the
terms
lane.
of, I mean, you
It's
have Sam
wrong to
Pitroda
go down
today.
the lane.
So you have Sam Pitroda today saying that he feels at home in Pakistan, for
Sam
God's
Pitroda
sake.
does not speak for the Congress party.
Who does he speak for, sir?
He speaks for himself.
Is he not an advisor for Rahul Gandhi?
No.
Is he not advising Rahul Gandhi in foreign policy?
No, I don't.
No?
I don't think so. I've known no instance where he advised foreign policy. He advised Mr. Rahul Gandhi of foreign policy.
No? Not at all?
Not to my knowledge.
I mean, to all the functions that Rahul has in US are organized by him.
He goes to the US, Sam Pitroda will be there. But why do you assume that Sam Pitroda speaks for the Congress party?
Okay, so you clarifying that Sam Pitroda doesn't speak for the party, but
Of
then
course, he himself clarified. I expressed my view. It's not on behalf of the Congress party.
Okay, let me ask you this. Recently, when the debate on Operation Sindoor was going on, and you spoke in the parliament, and you said whether the action on Pakistan, whether Operation Sindoor was successful, yes. Was it a strong response? Yes. Was it decisive? Only time will tell. This is your statement, right, sir, in the parliament. And then you made a comparison to 1971 war, and then you said that General Niazi had surrendered before General Arora back then, and that is something that is, you call a decisive war. I really want to understand what was the intention of bringing that up. What comparison were you trying to make,
sir? Because it was not a decisive victory over Pakistan.
So Operation Sindoor.
I'm glad that Operation Sindoor ended after 4 years. I don't believe in war. Personally, I believe in what the Pope said, no more war, never again war. But wars happen, especially short skirmishes, 4-day wars, 7-day wars happen between countries which are neighbors, and I regret a war. I agree with Mr. Narendra Modi, this is not a age of war, this is not a time for war. I agree with that. But the way this war ended appeared to us in the Congress party and appeared to me, and I've written about it, that it was a forced ceasefire. Who forced whom is a different matter.
The Prime Minister said in the floor of the Parliament that no one forced it, no one intervened, and there was no...
Why did you stop then? Why did you not ask the defense forces to move
Because
in on the fifth
this
day?
is the question that we have put to the government, and they say that the targets that they had identified were bombed already.
I agree. It was a satisfactory resolution of a short-term conflict. And I don't believe in war, as I believe the Prime Minister does not believe
So there
in
were
war.
some who asked this question. You know, when you spoke about this in the Parliament, there were some who said this, that he was the Home Minister back in 2008. He should first explain what India did back then instead of raising questions on an action that India has already taken on Pakistan. Hence that question to you, Mr. Chidambaram. Please respond.
I was not the Prime Minister, I was not the Defence Minister, I was not the Foreign Minister. I had
You were the
stepped in-
Home Minister
I had
responsible for the
stepped in
security of the
after the
country,
attack.
sir.
I had stepped in
That
after
was the
the
time
attack.
to formulate the strategy and get back
No,
Pakistan,
this
wasn't
is
it?
during the war, during the 4-day war, they were formulating strategy. I came
That's-
after the last terrorist was neutralized.
That's not a satisfactory answer, is it?
You may,
I mean, are you okay with that?
No, that is the reality.
Hmm.
I was not the Prime Minister, I was not the Foreign Minister, I was not the Defence Minister. There
So you were the Home Minister, the powerful
Yes,
Home
I
Minister
as
of
a
India.
Home Minister, whatever I had to do within my remit, I did.
You did it.
Tell me one thing that I failed to do as Home Minister. Laws were amended, structures were put in place,
Yeah.
intelligence agencies were revamped.
So this was not the purview of the Home Minister to have sort of pushed the government
How
to
can
do
the Home
something
Ministry
about it.
retaliate?
It would be, no, it's not about the Home Ministry retaliating. The security for India was in your hands, Mr. P. Chidambaram, and that's why, you know, your
Internal
detractors,
security was in
your
India.
detractors asked that question.
Internal security was
Mumbai
in
security
my hands.
was in your hands, sir.
But I was not the Home Minister
Yeah.
when the Mumbai attack take place.
So yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
You should ask Mr. Patil.
Mr. Patil? I should ask Mr. Patil.
No, he accepted responsibility and resigned.
Yeah, it was, you would also say, a huge failure on the part of your government, wouldn't you say that?
It was a failure on the part of the intelligence agencies.
Yeah.
As we reconstruct the events, it was a clear failure on the part of the intelligence agencies, and it was a failure on the part of the supervising civil administration.
You would say that. Okay. Okay, now let's get to some different topics. If you, sir, tell me who, according to you've held the Home Ministry, according to Mr. P. Chidambaram, in the history of India, who Mr. Chidambaram sees as the most successful, the most powerful, the strongest Home Minister we have seen so far?
There was only one Home Minister who stood out in his tenure, and that was Sardar Patel. But he was Home Minister in a very different time. There was
So in
no-
our current time, if I were to ask you, in the recent times, if I were to ask you?
I can't think of any outstanding Home Minister.
No?
I can't think of any. Sardar Patel was for a short term Home Minister, and his main task was to unite the states of the ruling, the rulers and the kingdoms into India, and he did that remarkably.
Remarkably. Yeah.
Along with this couple of advisors, secretary and advisor. He did a remarkable job, and that's why he's written in gold letters in history.
True, sir. If I were to ask you to rate our current Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, keeping your political ideologies apart on a scale of 1 to 10,
political ideologies apart.
For a second, keep your political ideologies apart,
I
sir.
can't.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
No, no, no. I don't rate anyone. I've never rated anyone. And there are, I think the current Home Minister has responsibilities beyond his immediate brief. He has political responsibilities.
Yes, yes.
So you would have to take all that into account before you assess a person. He's in office. It's only when he lays down office and after 4 or 5 years after he lays down office that any historian, any chronicler can assess his tenure.
But you don't want to do it right now?
Certainly not.
No. Okay, okay.
He's the current Home Minister.
So 2029, the next Lok Sabha election. Tell me, Mr. Chidambaram, we've seen politics for a very, very long time. You're still in politics. Who do you see as the principal contender to Prime Minister Modi in 2029?
See, 2029
Yes.
is still 4 years away.
Yes, it is. Short time in politics.
No, no, it's not a short time. It's 1 week is a long time in politics. 4 years away. The BJP will be staring at 15-year incumbency.
Right.
Don't compare the first 15 years of Jawaharlal Nehru and the first 15 years of Modi. That was a very different time. There was no other political party. Mr. Nehru had unchallenged supremacy over the entire political spectrum. But now there are challenges. There are challengers at the national level and at the state level, underlying state level. There are many, many challenges at the state level. In fact, there are 10, 12 states in India where the BJP cannot hope to win the next election. It won't be Congress who wins all 12, but different parties will win the next.
But my question is about a contender at the center. I'm not talking about.
No. That's why I know the question. The national election is really a collection of state elections.
Okay. But do you see.
I've seen that over the last 20 years. A national election is a collection of state elections. The last wave election. The last wave election
Yes.
was only in 2004 when the Narendra Modi phenomenon, in 2014, when the Narendra Modi wave swept the country.
Yeah.
But even then, he got only 280 seats. It was not a wave like Rajiv Gandhi, 414.
That was
Indira Gandhi in 1980 and 1984.
Post which the Congress never performed like that.
No, Indira Gandhi did not get 414, but she had a 2/3 majority. Mr. Modi, highest was in 2019 when he got 303.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's only 280, but I concede that was at least in north of the Dravidian, north of the Vindhyas, it was a sweep from Mr. Modi. All that may not be repeated in 2024. In fact, in 2019, the BJP barely scraped through.
Okay, but
if say 20 to 30 seats that change hands, the history will be different. I don't grudge his victory. He won. He was able to put together an alliance, an NDA with Mr. Naidu and Mr. Kumar, and good luck to him.
I asked you a question. Who do you see as a contender for him in 2029?
It's very
and you're not taking Rahul Gandhi's name.
No. From the Congress Party's point of view, Mr. Rahul Gandhi is the only contender.
Is the only contender? 2029 also?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, from the India bloc, I think it's by and large an unspoken consensus that if there is a Prime Minister face, it will be Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
You speak,
Unspoken consensus.
you speak of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, sir. Question that many political commentators ask is that where has Rahul Gandhi's politics fallen short? Why is it that the Congress party has been unable to come to power ever since he took over?
This requires a treatise, not an answer. So you can't answer it in an interview. The Congress party's strengths and weaknesses are known to me and to many others.
Yes.
We emphasize our strengths, but suffice to say, we have not addressed all the weaknesses.
If I were to ask you...
Don't ask me, I anticipated. We are not discussing internal politics of the Congress party. We are asking a question, who is the challenger to Mr. Modi?
Yes.
Undoubtedly, it will be Mr. Rahul Gandhi. He will be the face of the Congress party. And I think it's more or less clear that he is acceptable to the India bloc. Now, what will happen next year after that? At the moment, I think he is acceptable to the India bloc.
Do you think Priyanka Gandhi also stands a chance there?
I don't know. I think as long as Mr. Rahul Gandhi is active, and he is active, he's young, he will be the face of the Congress party.
Okay. Now, since we are talking about Rahul Gandhi, let me ask you this. And please do not take any offense. I am only quoting what Rahul said. He said, his statement is that his party has three kinds of horses. They're lame horses, they're wedding horses, and they're race horses. Mr. P. Chidambaram, in which one do you identify yourself?
I don't mind being, what did he say, lame horses?
He said lame horses, race horses, and wedding horses.
You can put me in any pigeon, pigeonhole.
I
can't put myself in a pigeonhole.
I'm asking you, in which category do you identify yourself?
You should ask yourself or ask the other leaders. How do I put myself in a pigeonhole?
He also said, in fact, in that meeting, this was in Madhya Pradesh party meeting, he went on to say that these lame horses, and you know, a lot of people in your party, especially the senior ones, did take offense, because in our private conversation,
I don't take offense.
He said the lame ones need to retire.
I don't take offense.
What do you make of the statement?
No, he used a colorful expression, but he's not far from the truth.
He's not far from the truth?
Not far from the truth.
Explain, sir.
No, I don't have to explain. He has to explain. I don't disagree with him. But let me tell you, in every party, there are three kinds of horses or three kinds of any other animal. So why do you pick out the Congress party alone? For example,
he made that statement.
He made that statement. But he's not entirely incorrect. Democratic Party in America, this description will apply to the leaders of the Democratic Party in America also.
I asked you, because he was hinting at the senior ones, hence I asked you, sir. You have, of course,
I have no objection being put in any pigeonhole. I'm quite secure about myself that I don't mind pigeonholing.
Are you the wedding horse? Are you the race horse? Are you the lame horse?
I don't mind.
Which one?
Don't mind.
Which one?
Sometimes race horses are also deployed as wedding horses. I don't mind at all. I take it lightly.
You take it lightly. All right.
But it's not far from the truth. That's all I would like to say.
People who are close to Rahul in the Congress actually do tell us that he wants the old ones to retire. He doesn't want them around.
I agree. Old people should retire and make way for young people.
Would you fall in that category?
No. In 2000, 4 and 9 election. In 2009 election, when I won, I made it clear that I will not contest another election in 2014.
Right.
But I will work for the election. I am the most tireless campaigner in a parliamentary election in Tamil Nadu.
Really?
Ask the DMK, they will tell you.
This time I'm going to follow you to Tamil Nadu,
Yeah,
sir.
you're welcome. I will address in this time in the 26 assembly
elections, yeah.
And we are part of the DMK alliance.
Yeah.
I will address at least 40, 50. There was one time I addressed 183 meetings
Wow.
in one
Election
assembly
season.
election.
Wow. Okay, that's a huge number.
Yeah. Every day I used to address 5 to 6 meetings,
Yeah.
driving about 200 kilometers a day. And this time I expect to address at least 40, 50.
How are your relations with Rahul Gandhi? Tell me that.
It's he is very polite and very courteous.
Okay.
I accept him as a leader. He's my leader of the party. He's not the Congress president.
Yeah.
When he was Congress president, de jure and de facto were combined in him. He is not the Congress president, so I have great respect for my senior colleague, Mr. Kargi. But definitely in the minds, in the eyes of the Congress workers, I think there are lakhs and lakhs of Congress workers in Tamil Nadu. The unquestioned leader of the party is Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
Yeah, you established that. You worked with Rahul Gandhi, you worked with Mrs. Sonia Gandhi. You are now, Rahul Gandhi is the leader of the party. Hence, if I were to ask you to sort of compare.
No, I don't compare. I worked very closely with Mr. Rajiv Gandhi.
Yeah.
Very closely.
Yes.
I was one among the people who worked closely with Mrs. Sonia Gandhi.
Yes.
But she's a different kind of person. She's generally very self-effacing and retiring. I don't work so closely with Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
Okay.
Because his generation is very different.
Okay.
He's entitled, and I think he's quite right in looking for people of his generation and younger people.
Okay.
But he shows great respect, courtesy, and I have no complaint at all.
But if I were to ask you, if the one major difference that you see between them and Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, the one difference that you
can't compare that. How do I compare Jawaharlal Nehru with Rajiv Gandhi? How do I compare Rajiv Gandhi with 3 generations later?
You know, in 2019...
these comparisons are odious.
Odious.
They are meaningless.
Okay. 2019 when Rahul and Priyanka...
Each circumstance, each situation throws up a leader, and the Congress party has thrown up Mr. Rahul Gandhi as a leader.
2019 when they came visiting you in the jail, that sent a very powerful message. And
well, I greatly appreciate their gesture. First, the Prime Minister and Mrs. Gandhi visited me. And then Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Ms. Priyanka Gandhi visited me, and I'm deeply grateful.
Quickly now, coming to the current political situation, what Rahul Gandhi and your party has been doing in Bihar, I want you, sir, you know, you are one of those minds in the Congress that a lot of people within your party have looked up to over the years for strategy, for planning, for decision, for a lot of things. And hence now I ask you this question: when Rahul Gandhi keeps on saying when the SIR was happening, he had a problem with that. He kept on saying this voter list tampering is happening in Bihar. The matter reached Supreme Court. Your party was also involved. Nothing happened. As a lawyer,
what do you mean nothing happened?
What happened? What happened?
You are either not reading reading closely the orders of the Supreme Court.
Okay, so you explain to me.
Because of the various interventions in the Supreme Court, they have added the Aadhaar as a card, as an identifying document, along with the 11 or 12, which the...
Rahul Gandhi's main contention was not Aadhaar at all, sir.
Wait.
Rahul Gandhi's contention is कि आप गलत कर रहे हो. आपने गलत किया. Yes, that whatever you are doing is wrong. ऐसा the entire concept of SIR is wrong. ये vote चोरी and stuff like that.
What
it's
is the
tampering.
SIR?
SIR.
SIR is wrong. I've written about it. SIR is plainly wrong. If you want, I'll go back to my columns. I can tell you. How can the SIR, I've spoken in several meetings in Tamil Nadu explaining the bogusness of
but
the
it
SIR.
happened in your government also.
No.
Intensive revisions have happened in your government also.
Revisions have happened. Show me special intensive revision in the election laws.
So how much of a difference there is between an
It's a
intensive
big
revision
difference.
and a special intensive
you
revision?
You don't exclude, I think the numbers are 35, 17 and 25, 17 and etc. 25 are dead. Now they could not have died between the last parliament election and the Bihar election. They would have died many over the years. What was the election commission doing? Leave alone the dead. What about the people accused of being permanently relocated? Show me any phrase in the Representation of People Act 1950 or the Representation of People Act 1951 or the Rules of Election 1961.
But so you would also agree.
There is no phrase permanently relocated. I have a vote in Tamil Nadu. I live about 8-9 months in Delhi. Have I permanently relocated?
No, I get your point. Then
Mr. how do you come to the... No. You asked me to explain.
Yes, sir.
How do you come to the conclusion that a person is permanently relocated? We were building a library in my town and 27 workers of Bihar and Jharkhand were camping there. We had made available caravans for them. They stayed in the caravan. Every first day of the month, they will remit 80-85% of their salary to their families in Bihar and Jharkhand. I asked them, I said, they have no job. They are living in a village. They have got a kind of a housing. If I don't spend the money or send the money, they will starve. I live on overtime and I buy some wheat and atta and I make my roti and get some subsidy, and I'm quite happy here. And then this work is over. If the contractor moves to another location, I'll move with him. Otherwise, I'll go back to Bihar for 4 or 5 months.
Got it. I understand.
Therefore, how is he permanently relocated?
I understand.
Then the third one, the worst is they were absent. Did you go?
So, sir, the Election Commission gave them the chance to come and approach.
Why should they?
Went.
It's my right to vote. Please, you can't ask me to prove my right to vote. It's my right to vote.
You feel that SIR was entirely incorrect.
Completely wrong. Completely illegal.
So people could have...
My right, my inherent right. For example, liberty is your right.
So if my right is being taken away, I will talk about it. I will go and approach.
Please listen to me. You have already made up your mind.
No, I'm not. No.
Then
you
listen
explain,
to me.
Sir. Explain,
listen
explain.
to me.
Yeah, you explain.
It's my liberty. As long as I'm born in India and live in India, I am presumed to be a citizen of India. It's my right. If the prosecutor wants to take away my liberty, he must follow the procedure of law. If the Election Commission wants to declare me as no longer in the electoral roll, it has to prove it. It can't say, I've removed it, you come and prove you should be included. It's a complete perverted situation. It's reversing the responsibility and the burden. It's the responsibility and the burden is on the Election Commission to prove that you are no longer entitled to be on the electoral roll.
And this is how they went about proving it?
They did not. They simply removed 65 lakh people and say you apply.
If there were genuine people who were removed, they would have come back and questioned.
That is wrong. That is a wrong point of view. It's like saying, if I'm arrested, I have no liberty, you've been arrested, you prove yourself innocent. What nonsense. Would you say that every...
But if my rights are impinged upon, so will
my
I not
right,
speak?
no business for the Election Commission to infringe upon my right. If you infringe upon my right, you prove that I do not have a right.
Okay.
I don't have to come and prove I have a right.
Okay.
It's a complete standing on its head, logic standing on its head.
Yeah, but Election Commission, of course, had a different explanation.
Election Commission has to prove
Yeah.
that
They
B,
feel they have done that.
They have not. I asked them, we asked them, where did you go house to house, knocking on door to door and asking whether he is absent?
Okay.
Show me one newspaper report during that time of June, July, August, where the Election Commission had commissioned a house to house survey, door to door survey and found people are absent.
Tell
They
me,
had
sir.
arbitrarily said 17 lakh were absent.
Okay. Okay. I mean, you know, once this interview goes on air, let the Election Commission also respond to this. But tell me, this
Election
entire...
Commission doesn't respond to anything.
Okay.
When they are pushed to a corner, for example, Mr. Rahul Gandhi pointed out that fake identities were used and now they have introduced day before yesterday or yesterday an e-signal. Why did they not think of that earlier? They are responding, they are reacting to a charge without admitting the error. Why did they introduce
Well,
this e-signal?
the EC that day said that the FIR, as far as one of the main constituency that he was talking about, from where he got the people to say that they have not deleted or added extra voters or deleted voters,
I'll
EC
tell
said
you,
that we have filed
if
the
you've
FIR,
got
the
half
initial
an hour,
FIR
I'll
is filed by
explain.
us.
If you have got half an hour, I'll explain to you Mahadevapura.
So
Mahadevapura, Mahadevapura was a big rip-off.
6,000 votes. 6,000, 6,500 votes?
No,
6,500 votes.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi gave a large number.
He gave a list of
I'll
constituencies
tell
where
you,
all of this happened.
have you studied Mahadevapura?
Sir, the presentation that he made, we all saw that.
That's not enough.
That's not
I
enough?
know the candidate in Mahadevapura.
Huh.
He won the net result of 6 assembly constituencies was he was leading by 88,000 votes.
Let me put it
In
this
one
way to you.
Mahadevapura,
Huh.
he lost by 1,20,000
But Chidambaram
votes.
said this is really not about A, B or C constituency.
Therefore, focus on Mahadevapura. We are not talking about other constituencies.
Do you
They
really
sa-
believe when Rahul Gandhi says that the elections across the country are being rigged?
Not
Do you really
across
believe?
the country. He did not
Yes,
make
he
the
keeps
choice.
saying that.
You are understanding that way.
Okay.
You're wrong. He concentrated on selected constituencies where there was an opportunity, where there was a window to rig. And Mahadevapura in Bangalore Central was the constituency which whoever did it rigged the Mahadevapura electoral roll. We are not talking about the other 6 segments of
And the Election
Bangalore
Commission
Central.
said that we pointed it out first and we filed an FIR.
What happened to the FIR? Who have they prosecuted? Who have they charge sheeted? You guys don't ask the Election Commission another question. You saw this press conference. I saw all of you mute spectators when he went on a harangue in an arrogant tone.
Who?
The Election
The
Commission.
Commissioner?
The Chief Election Commissioner and the other 2, I don't know if they spoke. The press conference which 3 had addressed,
Everybody asks questions. We all ask questions.
all,
Come on.
all,
I mean, my channel reporter
Wait a
asked 3
minute.
questions there.
what questions?
Questions that we ought to ask, sir.
Obsequious questions.
Oh, Mr. Chidambaram, you're saying
you
the
ask
same
him, you ask him to invite me to a press conference. I'll tell you what questions to be asked.
The Election
Yes.
Commissioner should
I would have
invite
asked
Mr.
him-
P. Chidambaram
I would have asked him.
in a press conference.
Yes. Why? It's a press conference open to the people.
Yeah, of course, you can sit and ask questions.
I wish I'd had an opportunity on interactive television to ask him a question.
Okay, then tell me. You know, you are of course also getting back at me. So tell me this entire vote stealing, vote chori that Rahul Gandhi does in Bihar, has been doing in Bihar. Tell me honestly, sir. I mean, all of this narrative that is being created, repeated questions that even the media is asking, everybody, even the people on the ground are asking, if vote chori is happening, if vote stealing is happening, go to the court. Why aren't you going to the court? Then again, you'll say it's not our job to go to the court. If this.
Go to court. Court was hearing this case of vote chori for the last 3-4 months. Every problem does not require or need a legal solution through courts. What happened to our administrative structure? What happened to the constitution? What happened to independent constitutional institutions?
That's a convenient answer, Chidambaram.
That's not a convenient answer. That is the answer. Everything can be...
If you really think something is amiss and you wanted to
People have gone to court.
Why is the Congress party not going to the court? When the election commissioner said, come give an affidavit in the court, Rahul refused. Why, sir? Why? I mean, that's
what is this affidavit? The election commissioner is a court.
Don't. They said, go file an affidavit in the court.
Why? No. He says, giving an affidavit or apologize. You're not reading the statement. Give me an affidavit listing all the grievances. Or apologize.
Okay, but
who's he?
So you are a lawyer. You are a lawyer. Don't you think going to the court is a good idea?
No.
No.
This has to be found solutions within the institutional mechanism created by the Constitution.
Okay.
The executive has created, the Constitution has created an independent election commission. Election commission is answerable. For example, in America, the Senate and the House committee can summon any constitutional authority. They don't go to court every day. They will summon, they will examine it. According to me, a House committee, a parliamentary, a Rajya Sabha committee or a Lok Sabha committee which is charged should summon the election commission and ask them questions.
Okay. Now I take your point, sir.
Yes.
Because you of course would not be, you are not in the favor of going to the court at all.
See,
I mean, this is a natural question anybody would ask.
This is not an either or. People have gone to court.
It's okay.
People have gone to court. Congressmen have also gone to court. The Congress party has not gone to court. Leading Congress lawyers are arguing the matter in court. We are not averse to going to court. But going to court is not the answer to all our institutional failures. The institutional failures have to be addressed.
So when the government says it's not a failure, then what do? Then you go to the court.
No, we go to the people.
That's
what we are going to the people.
You're going to the people. So the
we are going to the
tell
people.
Us,
I have addressed rallies on vote chori, vote theft in several places.
But you believe this vote chori thing that Rahul Gandhi
in selected constituencies.
You believe this is happening?
Yes. I also believe it can't happen in Tamil Nadu. It can't happen in Kerala.
And it's happening in Bihar.
It happened in Bihar. It happened in Mahadevapura in Karnataka. It happened in Aland. I don't know where.
Aland, he said. I think
Aland. And the probe and the investigation may reveal more constituencies. But even one constituency, if electoral roll is rigged, it's a complete failure of the Constitution.
Sir, I have to ask you this. I'm sorry, but I have to ask you this. You know, the states you win, there is no rigging. The states you lose, there is rigging.
We won Karnataka. We won Karnataka. That is where the...
and you won that seat also.
That is why somebody focused on Mahadevapura. When we win the net we win.
When you win the states, you don't say these things, sir. When you lose a state, you say all of this. Himachal, there is no rigging because you won.
With great respect, this is a puerile characterization.
It's a puerile characterization, sir. Tell me, I mean, if this is...
We won Karnataka.
Yeah.
We lost Bangalore Central.
Yes.
We won other constituencies. In Bangalore Central,
so where you lose, there's a problem. Where you win, nothing has happened. Sir, it's not a puerile characterization. It's a very basic question that everybody is asking, the voters are asking.
I don't want to use a stronger word. I used a mild word. It's a childish characterization. In Bangalore Central, we have proved
Huh.
that in one constituency, one segment, there is strong evidence of rigging the electoral roll. In one place is a small little godown, 169 people. And when you go there and ask, I know the candidate, go there and ask, they say, I don't know, 169 people, who are these names? See, Mahadevapura is a peculiar constituency. It's on the fringes of Bengaluru. A lot of migrants have settled there because of looking for job. And they chose the correct assembly constituency to rig Bangalore Central. They could not try it in the other 6 segments. I have no evidence they tried it in the other 6 segments. My candidate says there was no large-scale discrepancy, maybe 1 or 2 minor discrepancies. But in Mahadevapura, we have done a thorough investigation and we have found that people with names like you type and the computer type something, X, R, F, that is a name.
We saw that, he showed it.
XXX.
Yeah.
Then people with 0 house numbers.
These are discrepancies. These are wrong things, right?
Why
You
does
tell,
the
you
Election
tell, you
Commission
tell.
tolerate these discrepancies?
But they said that they were taking action and they were looking into it.
They
That's
should
what
have
they
taken
said.
action before the election, not after the election, after it's exposed.
But sir, tell me, that CWC happened in Bihar the other day. You didn't go. What happened? Why?
No, I had a death in the family, bereavement in the family.
That's why you didn't, because
I
the people
left
were
it.
asking what happened.
I
Okay,
left
now
it
I am
previous
going.
evening, I informed the Congress party.
Okay, now I'm going to wrap this up. I just wanted to ask you, sir, the Trump tariff. From my team told me to ask you this question. Had Mr. Chidambaram been the finance minister at a time like this, when this tariff 50% slapped on India, what were the actions that he would take?
No, I can't answer a hypothetical question. I must have the full information. I must have the full financial position. But one side effect of Trump's tariffs was what they neglected to do for 8 years, they have reduced the GST. 8 years of utter neglect. I published excerpts of my speech in 2016 in the Rajya Sabha. I warned them that multiple high rates is destructive of the GST philosophy. The chief economic advisor then had warned them. He had published a report towards a revenue neutral rate. They rubbished it and pushed through. And now 8 years later, variety of reasons. One of the reasons I think is Trump's tariffs. To compensate that, they have reduced the
That's your observation.
GST. I have written about it.
What would you say about the reforms, the GST reforms? You hailed it.
GST reforms,
Yeah.
I welcomed it on the first
you
day,
hailed it,
but
yeah.
I said this is 8 years late.
But sir, they turned around and said that the Congress could never bring it.
What
the Congress
nonsense.
could never.
I went and pleaded
Yeah.
to Arun Jaitley and Sushma Swaraj, let's have a GST bill passed. We are ready.
Yeah.
Sushma Swaraj's answer was, God bless her, she's a fine lady, we have no appetite to pass any reform law. To me, you know nothing about
sir,
what
we
happened in
understand.
Delhi.
We understand what it is. But the point is, I of course, have,
The only
you know, the
states-
resistance
only
was there from the
states with-
BJP. I am not
Please
disagreeing
understand,
there.
the only states which opposed the GST in the informal ministerial council, it was constituted by Yashwant Sinha, and I continued it in the 1.5 years after I came back to the finance ministry. The only two states which opposed it tooth and nail was Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh.
So, sir, should the floor of the parliament not have been managed back then to bring in this reform? I mean, the
How do you
BJP
manage?
also.
We are a minority government. We had only one.
To convince the BJP, was that a failure of the Congress? To be able to convince
was
the
not
BJP.
willing to be convinced. I went to Miss Sushma Swaraj's residence and said, let's pass the GST bill. She said, and I quote, we have no appetite to pass any reform bill.
So you squarely blame the BJP for
They
not
opposed
being
the-
able to bring in the GST squarely.
You don't listen to facts.
No, I'm listening to the facts, sir.
Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh opposed it in the ministerial meetings.
Yeah.
Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh.
Yes.
And then in the parliament, when Mr. Pranab Mukherjee negotiated it, I negotiated, they said no, no more reform bills. Then what face does the BJP has to say, you did not pass the GST? I announced the GST for the first time in my budget speech 2016 or so. We worked on the GST bill. I worked until 2006. I worked at it until 2009. Mr. Mukherjee worked on it. And he had a GST bill he could not persuade. There's no other person who could have persuaded Parliament or opposition better than Mr. Mukherjee. Mr. Mukherjee failed to persuade them. Then I came back August 2012 and I had about 17 months or so. And I pushed the GST bill. The ministers were meeting, ministers were agreeing except two, but the parliamentary party leadership of the BJP refused to agree. That's the fact, that's the truth. I mean, they were politically, they had come to the conclusion that why should we
So we've
support any
seen
reform?
situations in the parliament when it's difficult for the BJP in the Rajya Sabha especially to muster up the numbers, but they really
They
do
have
work
the
on the
numbers.
floor.
Please understand.
Yeah, they do. There are times it becomes a very thin,
no,
a thin
GST
sort of
will
a thing
be a
for
money
them.
bill. Nah.
GST, but I'm not comparing GST. I'm saying in general, there are situations which are tricky for the BJP also in the upper house, and then they go around working. I mean, they go around convincing.
They go ahead and
They go around
working,
convincing.
threatening.
No, they go
some
around
regional-
convincing. How do you you don't threaten people in the parliament,
Of course
sir?
you do.
They,
You threaten the regional parties and ask them to abstain or vote in your favor.
and the Congress never resorted to any such thing ever.
Not to my knowledge. I have never threatened any party. Show me one occasion.
So
where
BJP
I had
will ask
to-
the same question.
We
Show
had
me
a
one occasion
minority.
we've threatened them.
We had a minority government.
Yeah.
We had 145 in the first parliament,
Yeah.
first term of Dr. Manmohan Singh. We had 206 in the second term of Dr. Manmohan Singh. We dependent on entirely the allies and some opposition.
Yeah, so you could not bring in important things that
Nevertheless,
you wanted to. Yeah.
nevertheless, we made major reforms.
We-
Major reforms. We could not pass some laws. The major law that we could not pass was the GST. We implemented VAT. I implemented VAT between 2004 and 2008. I brought all the states on VAT, but I could not take it forward to the GST.
And that does remain as one of the regrets that Mr.
Of
Chidambaram
course,
has.
it's because we spent hours drafting the GST bill, and that remains a regret that I could not pass the GST bill. So was Mr. Mukherjee's regret. He could not pass the GST bill.
Why could you not convince the BJP? I want to know, really. I mean, why could you
You
not
can
convince
only
them?
convince people who had an open mind, open to conviction. But if they decide and implacably oppose to any reform bill, because they maybe thought, and turns out to be correct, that they were coming to power in 2014. Why should the credit go to the UPA?
You think
I
that's
can
the reason?
understand. I
Okay.
can understand that.
Okay.
But if that was their thinking, I can't complain, except that the GST was delayed by 3 to 4 years. And it took them 8 years to realize the folly of the GST that they introduced in 2017, is it? July 1, 2017,
yeah.
midnight, all that drama. 8 years later, they have recognized that you should have 2 rates. In fact, I championed 1 rate, not 2 rates.
And the
chief
reforms that
ex-
have been brought in now,
It's a major
step in the right direction?
Major step in the right direction, But I must add, 8 years late.
8 years too late. So, sir, finally, what does Mr. P. Chidambaram hope your lasting legacy be as a minister, as a public figure?
I'm a materialist.
You're a materialist.
I don't believe in reincarnation of that sort. I will go to the dust, like everyone.
Leaving a
else.
legacy behind?
It's
What kind of a
Why
legacy?
should I worry about my legacy? Why should I worry about my legacy? I live my life, and like everyone, we will go down to the dust. Legacy is and all two big words. I
Really?
can't even spell legacy.
As someone who has deep expertise in politics, Karthi is also a member of parliament. What guidance do you give
None.
to none?
Not that.
No
not that
guidance
the-
to Karthi at all?
No, not that the next generation will listen to us.
What, Karthi doesn't listen to you? Is that what you're saying?
I don't give guidance, so the question of turning down my
I mean,
advice.
you don't talk to him about politics?
Of course,
He's
I
in the
talk to him
parliament.
about politics.
Huh.
He takes his view, I take my view.
And views are not
If
similar.
he-
It seems
if he
like
fo-
that.
If he imbues or influenced by my words, actions, writings, so be it. But I don't sit them down and say, like a child, you do this, you do that. I don't do that.
Do you discuss politics at home?
Of course, we discuss politics. We are in the same constituency.
You think that your legacy, all that you've done and achieved in your life, that perhaps at some stage became a burden for Karthi to sort of take forward?
Why should he think
No?
it's a burden? He is in the opposition. He was elected as an opposition MP.
Yeah.
He continues as an opposition MP. Whether he will become an MP of a ruling party, I don't know. But I was an MP of, for most of my career, a ruling party,
Yeah.
except 5-6 years when I was in the opposition.
8 consecutive terms, right? Eight consecutive terms.
Seven terms.
Huh.
There was one break when we had no alliance.
Yeah.
And that was the lesson which all parties in Tamil Nadu learned. The DMK did not have an alliance with Congress in 1999.
Okay.
And we lost all the seats. The DMK also lost all the
Yeah.
seats.
Okay.
Then immediately in 2004, they
Okay.
offered the hand of alliance.
Okay.
And we've been in alliance. We were in alliance in 1996, 1998. In 1999, we missed a beat. 2004, 2009. The one time they did not have an alliance was in 2014 also they did not have an alliance. 2019 and 24. I may be wrong about the years.
Okay.
But we need them more, no question. They are a bigger party, we're a smaller party, but they also need us.
Okay, so now this is a rapid fire round with you, Mr. Chidambaram.
No, it's-
one line and one word, and we finish it off.
I'll try.
You'll try. Okay, one leader in the BJP currently that you admire.
There are several people whom I respect, but there's no particular leader whom I admire.
So the one you respect?
No, there are several people.
Would you want to take a name?
There are several decent people. I don't want to take names.
You don't want to take names? Okay. Sonia or Rahul is a better leader?
It's these comparisons are journalistic devices. These comparisons are meaningless.
No, they're not.
I think so.
Okay, you feel. All right. As per Mr. Chidambaram, your favorite finance minister till now? I'm saying favorite. I'm not saying the best or whatever. Tell me who your
Dr.
favorite.
Manmohan Singh.
Dr. Manmohan Singh.
Unquestionably.
Okay. Law, economics, or politics the easiest for you?
No, I'm quite at home in law,
Okay.
in politics, less so in economics, because I'm not a formally trained
Economist. Right.
economic graduate.
Okay.
I learnt along the way.
Okay.
I was a business management graduate, but I picked
Your
up
BSc was statistics, right?
statistics and then business administration.
Okay.
I had some courses on economics, and I was naturally attracted to economics, and I read.
Okay.
And I was educated by many people whom I worked with.
Okay.
For example, Dr. Monte Kaluarya, Dr. Y.V. Reddy, there are several other people.
Okay.
Dr. Bimal Jalan,
Yeah.
Dr. Rangarajan. I
Okay.
learned Shankaracharya.
Okay. One reform that Mr. Chidambaram still wishes you had been able to bring about.
GST,
GST.
unquestionably.
Unquestionably. Huh?
I would have drafted a proper model law of GST.
And
I
you
mean,
couldn't
I
do
would
so.
have been, the government would have drafted with the inputs of the late Pranab Mukherjee also.
So you, of course, have regrets about that. One book that every Indian youth must read.
Every Indian youth must read two books of Jawaharlal Nehru, Discovery of India, and the other one, Letters to the other book, Letters to the Daughter, is it?
Yes. And okay, biggest myth about Mr. P. Chidambaram?
Biggest myth.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did not ask about the biggest mystery about.
Myth, I'm saying.
I
I'm
don't know.
asking you to
How do
burst
I-
the myth.
How do I know the myths about me?
The things that go around, I'm sure, has come to your, reached your ears also. Nothing that
Nobody comes and tells me myths.
Indian economy in one word.
Indian economy has greater potential than being exhibited now because of the current government's policies.
The biggest strength for the BJP that you think, is it the Prime Minister Modi? Is it money? Is it the machinery they use?
Modi and machinery in that order. Money I don't know, but they seem to have unlimited amount of money.
What is the biggest weakness of the Congress party?
No, as I said, there are many strengths and many weaknesses. We can't catalog them. We should address the weaknesses and
Would you want to identify the weakness? The biggest one?
one weakness is we are not organizationally strong at the lowest levels in every part of India. There are patches where they are very organizationally strong. For example, Kerala. But we can't say the same thing about Andhra Pradesh.
Okay.
We can't say the same thing about, say, Bengal today.
Okay.
Therefore,
What would you say is the biggest strength for the Congress then?
Biggest strength is our world view, our belief in the fundamental principles that held together for several years, that our belief in democracy, liberty, freedom, secularism, these are our biggest strengths. And in every village of India, and I've been to hundreds of villages, there is a congressman, there is a bunch of congressmen who firmly adhere to these fundamental principles of the Constitution, which I'm not saying Congress alone gave it. Congress played a great part in enshrining them in the Constitution because of the Congress's history.
Yeah.
The Congress's history from day one, when the Congress party was founded, was entwined, and we upheld these fundamental principles which are reflected in the preamble to the Constitution. We may have made errors.
Yeah.
There have been aberrations, I'm not denying that. But our biggest appeal and our strength is the unswerving adherence to these principles by the Congress leadership and the Congress rank and file.
Yeah, that's when the BJP turns around and says emergency. But I'm not going to go into that debate. Tell me, sir, what does Sivaganga mean to you?
Shivaganga is the constituency which has allowed my political career to blossom and flourish. I owe everything in politics to Congress party and the Shivaganga constituency.
People of
I have
Sivaganga.
not changed constituencies.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I have stuck to the constituency, win or
Win or
lose.
lose. Exactly.
And Shivaganga means a lot because I think it will be known only when I am no longer on the scene. I think I have won the near universal affection and love of the people of Shivaganga.
You have. You've won so many times from there. So, of course, you have. You have given your time, you've taken all questions, responded and explained in detail, and I really appreciate that, Mr.
Thank you,
Chidambaram.
thank you.
Getting your perspective on the show really matters. Thank you so much.